Morning. Honorable Vice Chairman of Cognizant Technologies and the Chairman of ICT Academy, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanji, the CEO of ICT Academy, Mr. M. Shivakumarji, other members from and the advisors from ICT Academy, invitees from various industries, my colleagues from various engineering colleges from Karnataka and neighboring states, officers from Government of Karnataka and other states, officers from VTU. I am very much delighted and happy to participate in this event and also to know more about ICT Academy and its involvement in technical education and growth of school education. At the outset now, let me compliment ICT Academy for their wonderful initiatives in training teachers and in also bridging the gap between industry and academic institutions and also with the government organizations. Friends, I shall concentrate on three things today morning and try to understand and also say a few words on making ourselves know about what we are expected to do and also to understand the roles of the three segments in connecting or in minimizing the gap, like institutes, industries, government and maybe the stakeholders. We've been talking about the new initiatives and also some of the wonderful activities taken by institutions like ICT Academy and Government of India and Government of various state governments. For the last 2-3 years, it has been a very interesting things happening. Maybe in terms of the design of curriculum in various institutions, and also maybe in terms of connectivity being established between institutions and industries and the other government agencies or the government initiatives like Make Up India, Skill India, those kind of activities and similar kind of activities from various state governments. Now the process is over, the things have been established. I think everything is in the standard format and also our roles have been defined. Now we should implement it. That is where a knowledge society like what we are present here should take the lead, and it has to be rapid because we have no time gap to implement these kind of activities. There are very important things are in my opinion, three things which should happen in terms of learning or in terms of implementation or the future of 4.0, whatever you are talking about. Knowledge and know-how, then skill sets and the confidence. So these are three important aspects we should concentrate upon. Now, knowledge and skill set, how to do it. So here, the institution and industry should work close. And being a teacher, if you talk about past or some of the old technologies, it will be an history. It doesn't suffice anything. It will be like commercial break in learning process. Anybody can read and learn about those things because so much of information is available. Now, if you talk about the present technologies available, yes, okay, you are doing a good job. But what is needed is for the present group of students who are highly capable is to motivate them, create passion in them and teach technologies which are unknown to them, and some of the technology which are unknown to you also. It has to be done by doing anticipation. You have to anticipate and teach technology to them. So that is what is required, and that is what is the job of a good teacher now. And that will automatically induce confidence in them. Unless you anticipate and teach, it becomes very, very difficult. So this kind of exercise can be done by industry and the institutions, or whatever you call it as industry institute interaction. Now we should change ourselves. I was talking to Lakshman sir. We have some rigidity, some orthodox feeling in teaching. That should go away. Now the knowledge and know what I said, it can be easily transferred to digital medium of instruction. The students are capable of taking that kind of a knowledge through your digital mode of teaching. There could be some. So therefore, teachers should devise the curriculum which is given to you and impart or deliver that curriculum in the best possible manner. Now, some of the teachers do complain or do talk about, lack of infrastructure, this, that. I do not agree. You have the best infrastructure. All education institutions, especially as I know in Karnataka, you have the best infrastructure. What is that? The best infrastructure. What you need is an high-speed internet facility, nothing else. So therefore, your job is to use that facility and educate your students in the present and technology which you anticipate. So therefore, making them learn is an exercise. Now the job of a role of teachers would be, a facilitator. You just be a facilitator. That's enough. That's good enough. Now we talk about teaching fundamentals and those kind of things. That what is that we have done for till the 10+2, nearly for 12 years. We have taught them fundamentals. We have taught them how to read. We have taught them some alphabets of science and technology. We have taught them some basic mathematics. So you have to take that as the fundamental. And some of the required fundamental courses we do teach in first year, first and second semester, and we make them comfortable. Now onwards, your job is to make them enhance learning. We talk about upgradation of curriculum. What is that we are trying to do? It is the upgradation of learning. We are making them to learn more. And also, teachers should not fray or confine with the type of curriculum given to. You have to go beyond that. As I said, you have to anticipate and teach. So, in the 50 hours of teaching, you can do wonders. Not only you can teach those 50 hours of prescribed curriculum, you can also go beyond. So for that, you need to, have some sufficient knowledge in you, sufficient homework in you, and some sufficient connectivity with the industries. Now, something can happen like this. Each college, or especially the professional colleges, should have an industry inside the campus. Then we can solve many of the problems. So some of the colleges have done. So the colleges should go in that direction. And also, you must also go to industry. As we, talk about internship to our students, I am talking about internship to my teachers. Teachers should go, as Lakshman pointed out, stay there in the industry, and colleges or management should give them paid 6 months holidays or paid 6 months leave to go to industry, work closely with the industry, come with the knowledge, and give back to the society through their ambassadors, their students. So that's how learning should happen. Otherwise, we fail in our implementation. We talk about newer technologies worldwide and those kind of things. The other thing which we all should clearly understand is I am a strong believer. Each and every one of our students are one of us. I mean, everyone present here, we have a job. Same is the case with our next generation also. They have jobs. There is absolutely no problem. But only the skill level required is higher. When you mechanize the process or when you digitalize the process, you need a person to handle that with a higher level of knowledge, higher level of skill set in terms of technology or science or mathematics or whatever it is. So therefore, we need to create such kind of workforce which is ready to accept those kind of things. Whole world is looking at the workforce in India. We have, as demonstrated in the PPT, the presentation, young workforce. So therefore, creating an ambience of making them to learn more with the collaboration of institution and industry will go a long way in achieving the knowledge and know-how. Then we talk about skill sets. So one is the technical skill, which obviously colleges would give, or the soft skill. Some of the academy, ICT academy, or some of the industry partners and some of the human resource development centers in colleges, they try to give them soft skills and make them comfortable. But there are certain things which we do not teach them, but we can make them learn. That is life skills. Being a model teacher, or being a model administrator, or being a model corporate workforce, we can teach them life skills. And constant learning, sir used the word, I always use continuous learning. So that you have to make them. They have to be learners, continuous learners, experiential learners, and learn by practice. And I strongly believe we have to learn from the nature also. Many technologies, many of the mathematical, progressions or the growth have happened through nature. I have a famous say. I always keep quoting this. Nature do speak to us. Only thing is we must understand the language in which it is speaking to us. If we are able to understand the language of nature, many technologies can be given to our youngsters in a more befitting manner and in a more understandable manner. So for that, we need to have some good common sense. So that will solve many of the problems. So that's what I call it as life skills. So that's how we should, encourage our students to learn technical skills, soft skills, and life skills. Then the confidence. If you handle these two carefully, I think by the time they go out of the portals of any education institution, they will go with confidence. As sir said, we need not teach every thing available in the universe. Making them aware of the facts, making them informed about the new things happening. Definitely they will be able to understand any technology. Maybe, they may take some 2 weeks or 3 weeks, That is the kind of attitude they have. And therefore, these exercises when you do, we need to collaborate carefully and collaborate with good, understanding each other. So that's why, VTU has initiated some of the very interesting collaborations with the industry and also Human Resource Development Center at Mudenelli, National Skill Development Center at Dandeli and Mudenelli, and also we are interested to have a center in Koppal, which belongs to Hyderabad, Karnataka, wherein GER ratio is very poor. So we are trying to establish those kind of initiatives. So this is how, I think we should work together and have, a very learning environment in industry and also in the colleges. About the industry participation, VTU has introduced compulsory internship, mini project and major project, and we are going to have interdisciplinary project from the first batch, the batch which is in the first year now. when they come to final year, they will be allowed to work uh, in group from different branches of engineering. So they can have a very innovative project, one from civil, mechanical, computer science, or electronics, like that. So group learning and making them aware of what is happening in different branches of engineering. That is also a careful trained knowledge which we need to give. Unless they know what is happening in the other branches of engineering, they will be outdated engineers. So therefore, in the small domain of knowledge, what we are expected to teach them, we also should make them aware of the growth in the other technologies, because everything is part of the game now. So IoT is there in all engineering branches, embedded system is there in all engineering branches. So therefore, this one thing which should happen, and the experts from industry, they are the best in the business. Your own students who go to industry and stay there for 5 to 10 years, they become the best in the business. So they must come back and stay with you for a week time or month time or whatever the available slot with them. They must work with the students and staff. Similarly, staff members should go to industry, work there for 6 months and come back and teach. And also, teaching is a very challenging aspect now. Making those students attentive to hear you and teach some of the new things. It's very challenging. The national survey says the reception time is about 5 to 7 minutes. After 7 minutes or 5 minutes, they divert. So therefore, you have to bring them back to make them learn and make them understand. Now, other thing is, as teacher, we cannot expect certain things. As I said, history. Let us not expect the history or teach history inside the classroom. The best way is making them understand the Kirchhoff's law and its application, how it is proved, and etc. etc. You give them as an assignment, let them prove it. Because of their mathematics background, they will be able to do it. But if you give the applications of Ohm's law or something like that, which will be very interesting to them, create some curiosity. So that is what is the title of the course. The way in which you create curiosity inside the classroom should fascinate them to go beyond, because the information is available. As teachers, you must always have some question in you, why they must come to your class. You must answer this question, because NPTEL lectures are available, IIT Madras lectures are available, Mumbai lectures are available. In Swayam, we have put so many things available. They can access those information. They are good in receiving that kind of a digital mode information. But when they want to come to your class, why they must come? So that is where we should work with. And other we talk about newer technologies, this big data, cloud, machine learning, artificial intelligence, smart structures, energy, renewable energy. There are various things which are very new and open, and data analytics. And now to my teachers who present here, I want you to do these kind of data analytics. See, people or students talk about some difficult courses for some reasons. Nothing is difficult in this world. And now, my teachers, have you done this kind of an exercise? For example, you have been teaching signals and systems for 5 years or 10 years. Have you analyzed the internal marks scored by your students over a period of 5 years? And students who have scored less, did you analyze their background? Why that student has scored less marks? And even in your final examination, data is available to you. So did you make an analysis of data, the pass percentage, number of students got 60 and above or 70 and above, students failed, especially the students who are failed. When they have some eligibility to come to engineering, when they satisfy that eligibility for entering into engineering college, I think they are expected to get the engineering degree. So why it is happening? Why they have failed? What is his background? What is the lacuna? What are the difficulties in learning those kind of subjects? People talk about thermodynamics, mathematics 1, 2, 3, 4. I was sharing with sir. So nothing is difficult, but there is some misnomer about those courses or something lack in delivery of those kind of group of students. As I say, you face a lot of challenges in classroom teaching, especially in colleges like affiliated college system, tier 2, tier 3. Students from different background come to you, from various culture they come to you, financial background is different, they come through CET, they come through Comet K, they come through management quota, NRI or some other quota, something like that. And also in tier 3 colleges it's very more dynamic, more complex. It is always X plus IY, I call it as. The reason is some of the students are not at all interested. They are, by sheer peer pressure, they put you inside, they put inside the portal of your college. So therefore, you have to teach them, you have to motivate them. Having admitted them, having taken tuition fee, I think we have more role to play. So therefore, those kind of challenges, if industry and institution can, address, I think we'll have a very healthy workforce, a very competitive workforce, which can cater to the global needs. So not that we should stick only to Bengaluru or Chennai or Mumbai or Pune, something like that. No, we can target, to give our good product to various other countries, because we have such a capable group of students. Only we need to create passion in them and create some interesting things in them and facilitate them to understand the roles properly and try to have technology with them. Technology means not full technology, as awareness, as sir said. This is the kind of thing which is available, which can be implemented or applied to these kind of problems of the country or the society. That is good enough. They pick up, they do it. They do it in a more innovative way. So therefore, somewhere these kind of analytics we fail, and somewhere we fail to enthuse the young minds. So therefore, our role is to enthuse them and create a good, I think more as a teacher, I am speaking to my colleagues here. Create an environment wherein we have a very stabilized and a focused team, working towards. So unless you have your own goal set, your own innovative way of making them learn and collaborating with industry, otherwise we always have the gap. So this we can have minimum gap. We need not bridge 100%, but that minimum gap should be a challenging one. So unless you have some challenges, you cannot create a very interesting life for the workforce. So that's why I wanted to share these thoughts with you, and I'm very happy that you understood what I mean, and probably the government and the industry and the institutions will work together and minimize the gap and try to implement the upgraded curriculum and try to give upgraded knowledge. Always let us be in the present and the future, instead of worrying about the past and making them not to learn. And other very interesting thing which came to my mind is and also the good practice and the excellent practice, not good, the excellent activity of ICT Academy is training the teachers. I think that should help us, sir, to in creating a bridge. So therefore, I wish to have some sort of MOU with ICT Academy to especially enrich the teachers with the newer technology and a fantastic way of delivering things. So that is what is which is required in the classroom. So you can take them to industries and teach some of them, and that need not be repeated in the classroom. You can take them to a laboratory and conduct a numerical experiment or an experiment. Then you need not teach that kind of a topic. And some of the topics, as I said, you can make them learn and ask some interesting questions. So always, if you make the learning interesting, I think we will have no problems in making world-class workforce from this country. So with these few words, I thank Lakshmi Narayan and Shivakumar and Vishnu, who insisted me that I should come. Though I have a program in BMS College of Engineering, I'll be going back to them and addressing my NSS officers in a different mode. So I thought I'll be here for an hour or so and share some of my thoughts. And it was very nice to hear both of them. And let us minimize the gap. Let us bridge and try to evolve a mechanism for producing top-class engineers. I once again thank you all for hearing me, and also I thank your management and the officers who deputed you for this wonderful. I think this one-day conference and the lectures which are to be followed will have very interesting speakers, and I think you carry, and not only you carry, you please implement, and whatever startups or incubation center you are talking about, they must start working. They must start working, and you must have a bubbling campus which works for 24/7. So unless you do that, I think we cannot achieve our target. So let us hope you change from today itself and try to have a bubbling campus and an active campus and good collaboration with industry. Unless you chase, nothing will happen. You please chase your management, change your leader, so that you will get some benefit out of collaborations. So with these words, I thank you very much. One and all, I thank you for hearing me. Let me thank ICT Academy for calling me and to inaugurate this one-day workshop. Thank you very much.